European Union leaders failed to reach an agreement in their bid to create a multi-billion euro coronavirus recovery fund. They failed to rally behind a €750 billion proposal put forward by Ursula von der Leyen, the European Commission's president, at a Crunch video conference. After over 4 hours of bitter wrangling, the EU27 decided to walk away from the talks and try again in a month. Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen announced that leaders would likely be able to hold a face-to-face summit for the first time since the coronavirus outbreak. He said, "It is the expectation that we will meet physically in around 1 month's time." Speaking after the summit, European Council President Charles Michel urged leaders to find an agreement as soon as possible. "We're aware it's essential to take a decision as soon as possible," he told reporters. Mr. Michel suggested the bloc was moving towards a consensus and signaled the start of proper negotiations over the recovery fund. Mrs. von der Leyen said it was crucial for the EU to make progress on the bailout and the next long-term budget. The German said, "We are now also 6 months away from the end of the current MFF and in the midst of the deepest economic crisis provoked by COVID-19. It is therefore essential that we lose no time in setting our economic and social recovery on a firm footing." Under Mrs. von der Leyen's plan, Eurocrats would borrow €500 billion on international markets before distributing the money as cash grants to the worst-hit countries, regions and industries. A further €250 billion will be dished out in the form of low-cost loans. The fund will leave the bloc's taxpayers saddled with the debt burden of the coronavirus recovery, with the borrowing expected to be paid back over the next 38 years. The Commission also wants to introduce a swath of new EU taxes, including a level on single-use plastics, a digital tax or a tax on multinationals, to help foot the bill. While even the EU's most hardline fiscal hawks backed the creation of a recovery fund, the so-called Frugal Four argued over the methodology of how the money would be handed out.